Hello everybody, it's Colin here, aka Lumberjack, and today I have a video that I hope will be able to help a lot of people out. I have seen it come up in the Clan Hopefull's friends chat many times, and there's always seems to be a bit of confusion among players when it comes to the subject. I am of course talking about mouse keys. In this video I'll be guiding you through exactly what mouse keys are, what is and what is not allowed in the game of RuneScape in terms of things like this, how you can set up your mouse keys on your computer, and I'll also be taking a look at banking and how you can set up your bank to make skilling more efficient. So let's get right down into it. So, what exactly are mouse keys? Well, mouse keys are a feature built into your computer that allow you to control your mouse functions by using the number pad on the side of your keyboard. This is especially useful in RuneScape because, as you can see in the video playing, it enables you to bank extremely fast and accurately, which is going to improve your overall experience per hour. Along with being able to bank very quickly, mouse keys can also be used in skills such as mining and fishing, so you can drop your inventory very quickly. This enables you to power the skill and will help increase your experience per hour. Now it seems every time mouse keys comes up in the friends chat, there is always someone who asks, well, isn't this considered botting or macroing? The answer of course is no. This is because we are still only receiving one output action for every one input that we do. If, however, say, I pressed a button and my character performed all the banking actions by itself, then this would be considered a macro since we are getting more than one output for only one input. So because of this, you're not going to have to worry at all about getting banned for macroing from Jagex. This is completely legal and completely safe for your account. So, let's move on to the most important part. How do we actually set mouse keys up properly? The initial setup you'll find is actually very easy. It's just the tweaking of these settings to make it do exactly what you want that usually takes the most time. And this is going to be a tutorial for Windows 7, seeing as how that's the operating system that I'm using at the moment. However, if you are using an older OS, it will most likely be very similar and you should have no problems following along. So to begin, we're going to open up our start menu, and we're going to start by making a search in the search bar at the bottom of the menu. Here we're going to type in keyboard. This will give us a list, and what we're looking for here is change how your keyboard works. Once you click, this will bring up a control panel interface for your keyboard, and this is where you're going to have to pay attention. First off, you're going to want to check the box beside Turn on Mouse Keys. This speaks for itself and is going to allow us to use our keypad to control the mouse. Next, you're going to want to make sure Turn on Sticky Keys is also checked off. This is going to help us banking and dropping, allowing us to jump up or down a specific distance. Let's now click on the Set up Mouse Keys option, and that will take us to a new page. Here we're going to want to make sure that Turn on Mouse Keys is still on. Skip down from here to Pointer Settings, past the top speed and acceleration sliders, and check off Hold down Control to speed up and Shift to slow down. Finally, here you can look under Other Settings and click Use Mouse Keys when numlock is off. This way you can turn numlock back on and use your keypad like normal. Let's now go back one screen and click on Set up Sticky Keys option. Again, make sure Turn on Sticky Keys is enabled still, and then go down to the next box and click Turn on Sticky Keys when Shift is pressed 5 times. This is going to let us quickly turn on our sticky keys with the Shift key. The sticky keys are going to make our computer hold down the control button, which when coupled with our previously enabled mouse keys is going to ensure our mouse jumps up and down to let us click the option we want inside of RuneScape. Finally, you'll want to make sure that lock modifier keys when pressed twice and turn off sticky keys when 2 keys are pressed at once are both checked off. So here you can check to see if everything is working okay. What you're going to want to do is press the Shift key 5 times, followed by pressing the Control key twice. You can now use your 8, 4, 6, and number 2 keys on your keypad to move up, down, left, and right, and you can also use the number 5 key to left click. But don't get too excited though, because if you go into the game now and try and drop your inventory or do a quick banking, you're going to find that the distance that the mouse jumps is not set correctly for RuneScape. For the next part, it's useful to have RuneScape open so you can quickly go back and forth testing the settings. Go back to Set up Mouse Keys and look for the pointer speed options we previously ignored. Here you're going to take your time playing with and applying the speed and acceleration. This is going to change the distance the mouse jumps when you're in game. This may also vary depending on what mouse you're using, and you can also change the mouse pointer speed to help further tune your mouse keys. You can change this by again opening up the Start menu, typing in Mouse, and clicking on the Mouse option from the list. Here you will see and click on the Pointer Options tab, and can now change the pointer speed. I also recommend disabling Enhance Pointer Precision. So with a little bit of time and effort, we should have our mouse keys working the way we want them. So let's jump into RuneScape and see what we can use them for when banking, as well as how we can set up our banks for maximum efficiency. Here we can see a clip of me crafting some dragonhide bodies. You will notice that I can quickly select my needle, drop down and click my leather. I also use a program called Screen Marker to help me visually indicate where I will have to click. After I've finished making all the bodies, I open up my bank and quickly deposit them and withdraw more dragon leather. What I'm doing is right-clicking with the mouse, hitting the 2 button twice to drop down the mouse, and then clicking 5 to enter. Then I move over to the leather and repeat the process to fill my inventory back up. This is also a good time to look at our bank to see one way that you can set it up. It will vary depending on the skill you're training and what screen it is set to. I actually had a few people ask me to play in fixed screen when I record, but since it's easier for me to do most skills in full screen, that's why I recorded that way. A good example is looking at my last video where I was doing smithing. Full screen, I can see the anvil from where I bank, making it easier to click on fast. And on the flip side, I can easily click on the bank while I'm at the anvil, and then move my mouse into position to deposit. For crafting, however, I do find it easier to use a smaller screen size, and this is to reduce the distance that I have to move my mouse cursor, so that is why these clips are filmed this way. Now to set up my bank. I place my dragon leather on the same horizontal plane as where my mouse ends after depositing the bodies. This way, it's very easy for me to move over and withdraw the needed leather. For smithing though, it is a bit different. Here, since I can deposit my whole inventory, I mark on the screen the position of the deposit all button in the banking interface. This is to save time. Then I place the bars I'm smithing directly above that, so when I deposit, all I have to do with my mouse keys is hit 8, then right click, then 2 and 2, and 5 to left click. That deposits and fills my inventory back up very quickly. And yes, I only crafted a few error tips in these clips just to demonstrate the banking method. Well, that should be it for this video. I hope some people found this mouse keys and banking video helpful. If you did like it, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Also make sure to check out our Clan Hopefull's official YouTube channel and website. Thanks for watching everybody. I'll see you in the next video.